how old do you think Will Smith is?
54.
53.
All right.
According to Google, how old do you think Chris Rock is?
59.
57. How tall do you think Will Smith is? Google.
6'2".
Yes, correct. And how tall do you think Chris Rock is?
5'9".
5'10" is what Google said.
Okay.
So, but I'm thinking, Chris Rock obviously is older, lighter.
I'm thinking you got too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. Yeah. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, listen to a pocket party.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. It's your host, Darren Carter, the party starter on the Pocket Party. The Pocket Party podcast. I heard that if you say the word podcast in your podcast, it's a turnoff for people, but I almost have to, because the name Pocket Party could lead to many things that are not the Pocket Party podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of the title of your show.
Right, exactly. So exactly, right? So I say Pocket Party podcast. That way they know. Anyways, welcome to the Pocket Party podcast. I'm Darren Carter. This is John DiResta.
Thank you.
Dude, this is good, man.
Yeah, thank you
We're
for
doing
having
it.
me.
Thank you for having me. I
Yeah.
like this set that you built.
No problem.
It's great. It's also called Your Home.
It's when someone asks you to do a comedy event.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it a podcast because it's bad luck.
Yeah. He's so fast.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I told a few people tonight, I said, look, I would like to hang out after a comedy gig. I said, but I have to do a podcast. And they're like, oh, where's the studio? I said, it's in my living room. So it's easy to do. It's you watch your top hat is a little, oof, daddy.
I don't even use these things, but whatever.
Hey-o.
Windscreen. So we had a third guest. I won't say his name, but he was supposed to come, and he was like, hey, you sprung it on me, because I invited him at noon, which I also invited you at noon. And
well, not to dismantle
Yep.
or not to diss anyone, but I'm always ready, because to me, any comedy event makes you funnier.
Yeah.
So tonight,
Yeah.
you called and said, do you want to do this? I said, well, I have him headlining a club. But, and then I hit me that, you know what? So I'll put two things in my notebook tonight, 2 events.
Yeah.
2 comedy
Yeah.
events, as I would like to call them. And I don't know if you know this, my set tonight was set 6,400.
Wow.
So that's a milestone. Pound it.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah, 6,400 since my graduation of my comedy class,
6,400.
which I counted as set number 1. And I got paid $4 on set number 1, and 6,400 sets later, I made $16 more tonight. I made 20.
$20.
With a free
I
salad.
hope you're joking.
With a free salad.
I hope you're joking.
No, it was a little more, but
I was like,
not
dang.
that much more.
I know, dude. I did a show the other night just as a favor to a friend. He's like, "Yeah, we'll split the door." And then it's been sold out every week. And then last night was the one night it rained in L.A.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. So then we just ended up going to Bob's Big Boy in Burbank afterwards.
Yeah.
And Fraser Smith, by the way.
Yeah, I like Fraser.
He's great.
I think I've probably told you this once or twice. In 1982, 83, 84, my brother Joey was in the Marine Corps. From Long Island, he lived in Huntington Beach. And he prayed at the feet of Fraser Smith.
Wow.
He meant as much as Howard Stern means to me and to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Fraser Smith meant that much to my brother Joey.
That's wild. And it's funny because there are, like, my older cousin who lives in Norwalk, shout out to cousin Jim, same thing. He, when I played in Vegas with Fraser, he's like, hey, I made these, because Fraser used to have this catchphrase called, too hip. You're too hip. Which, it's funny when you hear someone's out of context, you hear their catchphrase, you're like, how is that a catchphrase? But whatever. Too hip.
Right.
And so my cousin, he brought like 12 original Too Hip stickers, and Fraser was nice enough to sign every single one of them. And
they're probably the only 2 that exist.
yeah, Too Hip. I think one was original, then he printed off the rest at Kinko's.
Well, speaking of that, catchphrases, I mean, I'm a big catchphrase guy. A lot of people think that once you're a catchphrase comedian, that's how you're known. But think about your favorite heavy metal song. It has that riff and that hook that keeps repeating. Sweet Child of Mine. Whatever. So I like to think of the catchy catchphrase as a valuable piece.
Right.
And so much so that I do say in my balls every now and then. And I just got a message today that one of my fans in Pennsylvania will be getting a tattoo on her buttock. I know we're trying to keep it clean.
Yeah, that's cool.
That says, in my balls.
Are you serious?
It gets more deep.
Wow.
I said she has her own tattoo machine. She said, I give myself these few tattoos. You know, she's a righty, so her left arm is tatted.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what about this one? She said, obviously, I can't do this one on my own. I woke up this morning. I had to text her. I said, if I fly to Pennsylvania, can I tattoo in my balls on your right ass cheek?
Oh, no.
And dude, in huge letters, F yeah, let's set the date.
Oh, my gosh.
So that goes to show you how much a catchphrase can mean to people.
I wonder, because you know I have like Darren Carter, the party starter, and I have and we're back, and I have don't hurt nobody, be careful.
I like the party starter. Whenever I work with you / watch anything that you put on, I like that opening, and you kind of it's like it's almost like a title.
Yeah.
And then you fill it. You know, remember when we were kids? What would you call that? When you studied, you had to do like an outline.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're the party starter. That's it. That's the banner. That's the
right.
What's the word? Not conviction. It's your
statement. My mission statement.
It's a statement. But it's more than that. It's like boom. This is what I do, and then I'm going to back it up.
Yeah. Then I back it up, and then I take them to different places. Because and it's funny. Like if a person only were to see the first 2 minutes, they'd be like, "Oh, this is what this guy does the whole time." But usually, I just do that to kind of.
Is he the Winslow guy?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
you see Michael Winslow, like, police academy. You know, here, I'm on a horse. You know, none of that. It's like because I usually go, I'm Darren Carter, but I go do the motorcycle, all that good stuff.
I love all that stuff.
It's great, and then I whip out the flashlight.
Oh yeah, look at this. You ain't messing around. This ain't day camp.
This ain't day camp. That's another one.
This ain't day camp.
I love that catchphrase.
I know.
Dude, you got to do something with that.
I made it up about 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Just the fact that, you know, things aren't easy as a comedian, as a husband, as a father, you know, it ain't day camp. Day camp is like the easiest thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so funny because your phrases hit me in the head. You know, like throughout the day, I'm like, this ain't day camp. This ain't day camp. It's this ain't amateur hour. Like that kind of thing. You know.
Were you thinking at all of getting "This Ain't Day Camp" tattooed on your pale white right ass cheek?
Are you willing to fly to Burbank? No,
dude, I'm willing to tattoo it.
Oh gosh, no, I'm not. I don't have any tattoos, dude. Oh, by the way, you have a new tattoo.
I do.
What do you have? And let's see if this camera can. We'll take photos of it afterwards and put it out there.
If you can get it. It's a Black Panther.
It's a Black Panther.
Which every mutt in Long Island had the Black Panther. Everyone that smoked angel dust and went to prison and had no teeth.
Wow.
That was the tattoo they got in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
And then underneath I put OG Flid. Old school gangsta, effing Long Island dirtbag. I'm an effing Long Island dirtbag. I'm an OG Flid.
Dude, by the way, you told me a phrase on here many podcasts ago. It was, is it snura? A snura?
A schnura.
A schnura. And that's a real phrase.
It is. You could look it up. It's a word, and it's spelt like 7 different ways.
It's like a Yiddish type of phrase, right?
And you take anything for free.
Yeah, and it means like you take, right?
You're a schnura.
Do you know where you probably heard it in real life, huh?
Well, I heard it from my dad as a kid because I grew up in I grew up in Long Island, a Jewish neighborhood. It's called Long Island. Mm-hmm. That's a joke. I just wrote that.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking for the cough button. I have to clear my throat. Okay, and we're back. Another catchphrase. Okay.
My dad used it, and then when I got to stand up, a friend of mine, Seth Schultz, and his dad, gave Rodney the line, "I don't get no respect."
Yeah, I get no respect.
There you go.
Yeah.
But so Seth and I would always use the term schnura, and it's a funny term. But watch this: Seth's dad, who gave Rodney the line, "I don't get no respect." I mean, that's as big as it comes with catchphrases.
Huge. Yeah.
He always told Seth the official definition of a schnura, and this goes way back. This is Lenny Bruce stuff. You ready?
Yeah.
This is Brooklyn. Yiddish. The definition of a schnura is a man, a woman, or a couple, 2 schnuras, that get to a party early.
Yeah.
Just to get to the mixed nut bowl to eat all the cashews. before anyone else gets there.
Hilarious. Yeah.
That's the definition of a schnurrer.
Or like pick through the M&Ms, like.
Well, it's anything for free. It's a discount.
But you know what's funny? The reason I bring that up is my wife and I, we've been watching Little House on the Prairie, and there's an episode, it's called The Craftsman, and it's about a Jewish fella that moves to town. He's a wonderful craftsman. He's like you. He's like a woodworker.
Right.
And, I mean, he makes these incredible, he makes caskets, coffins. He makes beautiful woodworking things. And I got a question about something like that real quick after I finish the story. And they said snura. And I'm like, that's that word. John DiResta told me about it. And it was on a Little House on the Prairie episode.
Yeah. I never watched that show. But go ahead. You have a woodworking question.
Oh, yeah. So this man was very proud of his work, and the little boy Albert wanted to be his apprentice. He wanted to learn how to do it, and so they would make the best, like these beautiful caskets, and he said something basically like we don't use hammer and nail. A true woodworker or whatever a craftsman. How do they make the stuff stick together?
They
back then, or
it most likely is what he meant was. A good craftsman uses mortar and tennis, or tension.
I don't know.
But basically, it's things that almost like that lock together because of the size, and or with glue, with the proper. Everything just kind of snaps together, and it's exactly opposite of what I do.
Yeah.
No, all I do is butt joint everything and screw it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a much quicker process.
Yeah. I mean, this guy was like, he was like taking his time and.
I got it down to like, I'm not a hack.
Yeah.
But even in my stand-up act, I have a new angle. Do you want to know what it is?
Screener's coming off too.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to get it pregnant.
Yeah. What is it?
Here's a little song I wrote. Might like to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be hacky. Right? Just be hacky.
Dude,
kill it.
Tell me you did that back in 1989 somewhere.
No, I just thought of it today. I literally thought of it. I made a big sign in my workshop that said, be happy.
Yeah.
And for my little video, I sang, and as I sang it, I said, don't worry, be hacky. It's a funny, because as a stand-up comedian, like tonight, I didn't worry at all about getting laughs. Do you know why?
Why?
Be hacky.
Be hacky.
In other words, my point. Granted, I am happy.
Yeah.
And bring goofiness and silliness to the stand-up.
Yeah.
And I come at an angle of I'm better than this whole place. You know what I mean?
You guys are lucky to have me. There's only one John DiResta.
Urinate on the area.
Yes. I know what you're saying.
And they buy it.
Yeah.
But then on top of it, if a joke seems a little bit, quote, hacky, I used to avoid it. I used to think it mattered.
Yeah.
I'm at a brewery in Santa Clarita for $80 by Venmo 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Hoping to get a free pizza to go.
Yeah.
And I'm 57 years old. You know what I mean? The door is closing.
Yeah. It's not locked, but it's closing.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't worry.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Don't worry.
Hacky.
Don't worry.
Be hacky.
I could also be Bobby McFerrin for you.
Here's a little song I wrote. Might like to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be hacky. It's funny, dude. Yeah. The landlord said your rent is late. You may have to lift the gate. Don't worry. Be hacky. It's great.
I got jokes about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just name all these overdone topics.
Totally.
But don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Be hacky.
It's a funny thing.
Dude, it's so hacky. It's
and
funny.
Everybody knows that song.
Yeah.
Dude, I hung out at a bar in Long Island called King James. Right?
Yeah.
Same name as Kevin James, and when he got big, they would call it King James.
Yep.
We hung out at King James once, and you know how there's always the one guy that's getting through a divorce or someone died? He put on Don't Worry, Be Happy on the jukebox 75 times. From 8 at night to 4 in the morning, we listened to it 75 times.
And it was like annoying, and then it became fun.
It's a funny fact. That's all.
Yeah, there was a radio station that went off the air, and to get everyone's attention, they just kept playing the Macarena song.
Oh, okay.
It's like for 24 hours. Ah, Macarena, dun 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 dun, Macarena, dun 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 dun. I mean, it just like yeah. And the "Don't Worry, Be Happy" song. How do you like the show so far? Pretty good, right? By the way, here I am acting with John Travolta in the movie Be Cool. Check it out. If you like the show and you want to show your support, every little bit helps. Go to DarrenCarter.com. I'm on PayPal or Venmo at Darren Carter Comic on Venmo. Also, I'm available on Cameo. All right, let's get back into the show. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I remember once at a car rental place, they played it on a loop.
Oh, they did.
I was somewhere, Wichita, Kansas, or someplace, and as I was waiting for the car to pull up, I'm like, why do I keep hearing this song? But it definitely elevated my mood. I like that song. I never found it annoying, but I liked it.
Shining bright like a diamond.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember that one. Shine bright like a diamond.
I like that song.
I used to do a little joke about that.
Was that Rihanna?
Yeah, maybe.
That's
I
my
don't
favorite
know.
Rihanna song.
I used to say every time I get laid, I pluck a hair and I go, and then I'd go and I'd turn around and show the audience my bald spot, which now the whole thing is bald. And I'd be like, shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
So you, dude, don't worry, be hacky.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, rub your bald spot.
Yeah, exactly.
And sing the Macarena while you're doing it.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any hacks out there like that? I mean, you know what? They're probably all working. They're probably on those. Like,
there's a lot of hacks. Yeah. But the funny thing is, and I used to think that I was the hack police.
Yeah.
And then people started saying I was a hack. There's an old expression that a true hack doesn't know he's a hack. Did you know that? He thinks he's a genius.
Probably.
A true hack doesn't know he's a hack.
Whenever I would ask myself, am I a hack? I'd be like, well, I'd probably be working more if I was a hack. Like, you know what I mean? You'd always be like, every weekend I'm booked on something, a cruise ship or I'm people, no
but
offense to the cruise ship.
I think it's unusual that we got so afraid of that.
Yeah.
From early on, he's a hack.
Yeah,
it's like saying he's a child molester.
Right.
But Barry Katz once, who I love, I think he's extremely funny.
Barry Katz with his information.
I brought some a-hole up to see Barry and instantly this guy went into like prop comedians of this and guitar acts of that. And like now he's going to show everyone that, and Barry said, if a guy works 80 hours a week and once in 6 months he gets to bring out his wife to see a comedian, and that comedian has funny puppets or props or a guitar, and everyone enjoys the show, what is it your business? Somebody thinks he's funny.
Dude, that's a good impression. It was like he was in the room right now.
He was. The spirit.
But it is true to put on a good show, and because I remember when I say hacky, I remember like you're right when we were coming up. I mean, there was these overdone topics like about like the black box on the airplane or tampons and wings, and remember all those subjects like cops on bikes. They all ride bikes.
When I was coming up, right, cops on bikes.
Yeah.
How about this? When I was coming up, it was OJ and Joey Buttafuoco.
Oh yeah.
Everybody they almost thought as a stand-up comedian, your job is to talk about Joey Buttafuoco and OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 guys in a row doing the same stories.
Oh, you're right. And then the Michael Jackson stuff for a long time. Everybody had a Michael Jackson bit about his nose or whatever the heck it was. And, but I
have a couple of good Michael Jackson jokes, but
do you? Oh,
don't worry. Be woke.
Woo, you better be woke.
Yeah.
Got to be woke, John.
Yeah, there you go. I was a big fan of his. Boy, that guy had talent.
Yeah, he's good, man. Like when you're in the mood to listen to Michael Jackson, it's like, whoa.
Now watch this. I have a Michael Jackson story.
Super Bowl, by the way, Super Bowl. I love that Super Bowl. How great was he? The different Michael Jacksons would pop up, and then he would just like stand there like this for like what seemed like an eternity, and then the crowd's cheering, and then he had his sunglasses on, and then he just turns his head the other way, and the crowd goes nuts, and then he just took his hand and he goes, takes the sunglasses off, and you're just like, oh, I mean, talk about stage presence and people like waiting for his next move. It was it was incredible.
Well, when I was a New York City transit cop rookie, you had to ride the train. So your post was the train. You get on the train at Coney Island, The most southern part of New York City.
Is that like a fun area, Coney Island, or is that where all the riffraff was?
This is the mid-'80s, all riffraff.
Oh.
The first night I worked as a transit cop in Coney Island, a hooker was killed with a crossbow.
Oh, my God. I remember we talked about that.
So
we looked it up.
That's the real deal.
Wow.
So you'd get on the train at Coney Island, and you had a ride to Van Cortlandt Park. That's the exact most opposite part of New York. Now you're in the Bronx at the opening scene of The Warriors.
Wow.
Can you dig it?
Warriors, come out and play.
So you have an hour and a half ride up to the Bronx, an hour and a half ride, and you're all alone. So what do you do to entertain yourself? You jump off the train and go to Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
You jump off the train and go to Yankee Stadium. You literally can go anywhere you want that's close to a subway station and kill time and waste time and be an F-up.
Yeah.
And one night I got off the train, I got into Madison Square Garden, and I got stage left, and Michael Jackson was about 10 to 12 feet away from me, performing. I was right on the edge of the stage with his managers, and I was just standing there in uniform.
Wow.
And the guy was creepy as all get out, his look. And this is, years ago. This isn't like in the last year.
This is in the late 80s.
This is in the late 80s, and he was creepy. He was talented. And then afterwards, by chance, I saw him in the green room, and he touched me in a bad place. Jersey City. Oh, don't worry. Be hacky. Thank you.
Now, how much of that story is true? Just the touching part.
He's a good kisser.
Oh, God.
He keeps the tongue mysterious.
No, seriously. How much of it is true?
There's actually a funnier punchline there, but I'm going to be clean because I know your son listens.
Yeah.
No, I saw him right from the side of the stage.
And you did see him, and you were like, wow,
oh,
he's
yeah,
right
he
there.
was very talented.
Wow.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. But you also know I was working the night Tupac got shot. Tupac before he...
Don't worry.
Be hacky.
Oh, I hate this joke. But anyways,
I'm sure I did it on 35 other podcasts.
Well, break it out on the pocket party. No, it's a true story. Most of it's true, right?
Well, me and my partner
Yeah.
showed up when Tupac Shakur was shot in Times Square. He shot 5 times.
That's crazy.
He was ambushed. He came out of a music studio at midnight in 95 or 96, October. And he got shot. We looked, and me and Mike saw him, and he got shot 5 times. And it started at his belly button, and all 5 bullets went lower and lower. And one bullet went through his scrotum, and he lost a testicle. And I'll never forget it, because that was the night Tupac became one Pac. Don't worry.
That's a little...
Be hacky.
Hacky.
Well, my partner said, should we give him mouth to mouth?
Oh, no.
And I said, what about mouth to ball bag?
Ugh.
Is that too much?
Yeah,
you don't want to hit the cough
but
button?
I like the... Yeah, let me hit the cup. But how much of that is true? Like, your friend really
we heard it come over the radio, and we were too far away.
Wow.
We worked the night. I was working that night in Manhattan, and we should have went, even though it was over, and he was in an ambulance, we should have went just to say that we went.
You know what would be interesting is, as you're saying this, like, it's the year 2022. Imagine going back to New York and then talking with a current cop who's doing transit, doing those same subways, to be like, because, I mean, you must look like a relic to him, because you're like, I did it in the 80s with no radio, and now who knows what they have.
And also, there's an old saying in Civil Servant, no matter what, it gets more and more legit. You got to remember, I was a cop 35, 36 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about drinking on job time, you talk about meeting girls, you talk about doing anything imaginable other than police work.
Yeah.
And as time goes by, so many guys do that you get caught, that you could lose your job now. Back when I was a New York City cop, it was almost impossible to get fired.
Right. Brian,
there's a sergeant that held his wife and kids hostage for 10 hours. Guess what?
What?
Kept his job and his pension. Thank you.
Wow.
I have a friend of mine. He got 2 DWIs in his 20th year.
Wow.
Hold on. One of them was on duty.
Wow.
He drove an NYPD van into the Atlantic Ocean. And guess what?
What?
Kept his pension. Thank you.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Let me repeat that. He got a DWI on duty.
Wow.
In uniform. And the van he was driving was floating in the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
And he kept his pension. Thank you.
Yeah, that would not... Yeah, I heard a guy getting fired from his radio job for DUI. You know,
Yeah.
like it's just, and I mean, imagine being.
But so I'm summing up that all civil service jobs
Yeah.
get more and more legit.
It's funny you say that. When I was listening to Brian Holtzman today, frequent guest on the Pocket Party podcast, and he said his father was a firefighter, and then they would put in the soda machines and the vending machines, they'd fill it with beer cans.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
You're funny and he's funny, and tell him this. I don't know if he listens to this, but that's a running gag in the firehouses in New York. There's beer in the soda machine.
Oh,
It's it's a joke I used to do in my stand-up act, because in Long Island, Brian will know this,
Yeah,
in Long
yeah.
Island, I'm a Long Island boy.
Long Island boy.
In Long Island, volunteer firemen, that was their big thing, that there was beer in the soda machine.
Oh,
And I used to do this bad act out that there was beer in the, you know what I mean?
that's interesting that they have volunteer firemen but not volunteer cops. Or do they have volunteer cops?
No, they have volunteer firemen, all Nassau and Suffolk, all of Long Island, almost all of New Jersey. But there's paid, the highest paid cops in America working on Long Island, Nassau and Suffolk.
Wow. Interesting. I don't know if it's. Oh yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I think it stopped recording. I have 2 cameras going, so we'll see.
But Nassau and Suffolk cops make like 180, 190 grand a year.
Oh wow,
That's not bad.
that's not bad. I just realized I could. Maybe I could just hit record again on this one. Oops, that just took a dumb picture of us. Oh gosh, how do I work this thing? Keep talking, please.
Yeah.
All right.
My dad was a volunteer fireman.
That was.
No, he was. My dad was
Was he really? He was a volunteer.
He was a volunteer and a New York City fireman. He was both.
Are you a volunteer comedian?
Oh, there you go. That's a funny joke.
Don't worry.
Be hacky.
Maybe you could do that. That'd be funny, right? My dad. Oh, that would be a good joke for you. My dad was a volunteer fireman, and I'm a.
And at this point in my career,
yeah, I'm a volunteer
comedian. Yeah, that's a good joke.
or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes
this
I-
just sums it up that you're not getting paid for this set.
Yeah, and I'm a volunteer comedian, or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I've done set shows that is so bad, or the setup is so bad, or the room is so bad, or
Yeah.
that my opening joke will be, "Hi, everybody. My name is John DiResta. I used to be a comedian."
Oh.
But it sets the tone. People
Yeah.
get the sarcasm.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking one day, both of us will get out of, doing the clubs and the whatever we're doing, and we'll get to play, the pinnacle where nothing bad will happen, like the Dolby Theater. Like we'll get to do the Oscars. You know what I mean? Just like
It would be nice. It does happen. I'll tell you who it happened to.
Chris Rock.
No, not just Chris Rock. I saw something about who's the Italian guy everyone loves?
Italian guy everyone loves.
Sebastian.
Maniscalco.
Phew.
Aren't you embarrassed?
That guy is playing some places, and I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm at a bowling alley.
That was my transition getting into and I don't know when we're going to release this. You guys may be burnt out on this topic, but I just want to say Chris Rock, Will Smith, I saw that and I was like, wow, it never ends, right? Like, I mean, this guy is like one of the biggest comedians in the world. That was such a disgrace, in my opinion, what happened to him. It's like, it was a mild joke and it was weird. And I thought when Will Smith was coming up, I thought he was going to give him one of those, why I oughta, I never thought in a million years that was going to happen.
I thought it was fake.
Yeah,
But then
it
I
was
thought
so-
it was real.
yep,
Then I thought
yep.
it was fake. Then I thought it was real. And I don't know. It doesn't bode well for comedians because
Yeah.
there's going to be some a-hole,
Yep.
probably a New Yorker or Jersey or Long Island, that's going to say, you know what? Can you hold my camera for me? I want to be the next guy.
Oh, you're right.
And if you're a comedian like me that likes to mock,
Yeah.
I'm snarky.
Yeah.
I'm sharp-tongued. You dig?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever heard of the show Shark Tank?
Yeah.
I'm going to do a show called Snark Tank, where we take the piss out of you and your idea.
People
Do you know
are
what that means?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an old English term to rank people out.
I like that.
Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, I took the piss out of you know.
Oh, yeah.
I took the piss out of you.
Hey, wait, is that Barry Katz talking to Ozzy Osbourne?
What's up, Papa? I took the fucking piss out of you. What's up, Ozzy? Metallica was warming up, you know. They're playing Black Sabbath. And Ozzy, I thought they're taking the piss out of Black Sabbath, you know. But they were fans. They were just warming up and complimenting you, Ozzy. That's a true story.
Yeah. What is?
That Metallica,
Wow.
on a sound check opening for Ozzy, were playing heavy-duty Black Sabbath songs.
Oh.
And Ozzy, in his weird mental state, thought they were trying to take the piss out of him.
Oh.
Instead of doing, they're honoring us.
He's like, they're doing it really good.
Something
Or
that...
whatever.
Anyway.
Yeah.
It's pocket, you know.
Yeah. That'd be like if someone...
Where's Dr. Dean, you know? Who's Dr. Dean, you know?
Oh, I think someone probably sprung something on him and he went to bed or something, but...
It's a chateau, you know. He's with Stephen Allen Green, you know. Sharon! Stephen Allen Green, you know. He's at a chateau. I heard you did a bringer show at this point in your career, John. If I ever see you at a laundromat again, I'm going to slap you like Will Smith did to Chris Rock.
Oh, gosh.
Can you please confirm that you'll never do a laundromat again?
I feel like that's a true advice. He used to manage you, huh?
He did, and hold on.
Yeah.
If I was you, John, I'd think about losing some weight and getting some nice white teeth.
Oh, and you did it.
I don't mean to be insulting.
Wow.
Yeah, I followed his advice.
You did. Dude, this is the first time I think these cameras are working, but I'm blending in with your walls. That's the bad part.
Yeah, dude, you need a tan.
Dude, I know.
It's free.
I know.
Watch this.
It's free. I get out there.
It's free.
I'm in the sun. You're a snorer. You're taking this. It's free.
Yeah.
The
taking
sunlight.
all your sunshine.
I know, dude. You took all my sunshine.
Yeah. That's a line from a heavy metal song.
It is?
Yep.
I take your sunshine?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to think what group.
What group was it?
Oh, Hell Yeah. Maybe you heard of them. Hell Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell no.
The drummer from Pantera. Mm-hmm. Vinny Abbott, when his brother died, when Dimebag died, he joined Hell Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a song called You Wouldn't Know.
Yeah.
And there's a line that says, you spent your life taking up all my sunshine.
Wow.
And smile your own way. You wouldn't know.
Wow.
He's talking about Darren, you know, he says...
By the way, I met him. I met him when I played Dallas, Texas.
Dimebag or Vinny?
No, the Vinny.
Oh, you did?
Cool. I got a photo with him. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
He was cool, man. God rest his soul.
Yeah, he just went to the big flea market in the sky.
Yeah. But so with the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing, we thought it was fake, right? At first,
I thought it was fake. I didn't know what to think. I thought it was exciting. I was kind of glad I saw it. Even if it was fake, I was glad I saw it in real time. And the one thing I noticed was that after the incident...
Yeah.
Chris Rock was like, he was flummoxed.
Yes. Yep.
So I know what that's like to tell a very rude joke or a crude joke where everyone just goes silent and you can't even laugh it off because everybody knows.
Yeah.
I think the terminology is the air went out of the room and that's what we witnessed.
Yeah.
But...
That's what sold it to me is when I watched the feeds from around the world and you heard the off-camera thing where Will Smith, and I'm going to do it, you guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it. Should I say it, the full thing?
Of course.
He was like, can I go a little bit loud? Keep my name out your fucking mouth. Is that what he said? No, keep my wife's name.
Yeah, you ruined it.
Damn it. Okay, here we go. Take two. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And then you do Chris.
There you go.
Wow.
I just got slapped the shit out.
And then he did it
by Will Smith.
And the second time he did it even angrier. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
All right, I will. I mean, I got to get through this.
Yeah.
Y'all listen to the Pocket Party podcast by any chance?
Pocket Party podcast.
John DiResta on He a Hack.
Hey, by the way, his ticket sales are going through the roof. I read, and they changed the price too, right?
Did they?
They bumped the price up.
Good.
Yeah, it was like $45 or something, and now it's bumped up to like 250 or something like that. That's good though, man. Let the guy get paid, you know.
John, it's Barry.
Dude, everyone's getting. Oh, go ahead.
It's Barry. Chris Rock mentioned that you are a hack on the Oscars, but they bleeped it out. And I said to Chris, I know John. He's got the heart the size of Texas. And I said to Chris Rock, do me a favor. Keep John DiResta's name out your fucking mouth. You got it, Papa.
By the way, I heard a radio station already using it as a promo. I got in the car, and I heard that the wow, when he said wow, they went, you hear Chris Rock's voice go, wow. And you hear him go, wow. 98.7, keep our name in your mouth.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah. Well, watch this. How crazy is the world that this guy's ticket sales are going up?
Yeah.
And he's doing exactly what we want to do.
Right.
And guess what? I'll take a quick slap in the face like that and double my money.
I kind of think it was mostly fingers. That's why I think, because he, you know what I mean? Because he had his hands behind his back, almost like why yada, but he didn't. And when he jerked back like this, I think that it wasn't a full connect with the hand.
Right.
I think it was like a, you know what I mean?
Whatever it was, it can't be good.
I know. And by the way, I know they try to make fun of Will Smith. I thought he had great form. You know, by going to the boxing gym, I saw he put his hip into it, and he had his other hand up like this. You're supposed to like this. You're always supposed to like. That way, if they hit you back, you're whatever. Maybe from his Muhammad Ali training. I don't know.
I auditioned for that movie to play Angelo Dundee. Thank you.
I think did Paul Rodriguez get the part?
Don't know who got it.
Yeah.
I never saw the movie, but I do know I like Will Smith as an actor.
Yeah.
He's a better actor than Chris Rock, but Chris Rock's a better comedian.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. I got a question for you. How old do you think I Googled it. How old do you think Will Smith is?
54.
53.
All
according to Google. How old do you think Chris Rock is?
59.
57, according to. How tall do you think Will Smith is, according to Google?
6'2".
Yes, correct. And how tall do you think Chris Rock is?
5'9".
5'10" is what Google said. So, but I'm thinking, Chris Rock obviously is older, lighter.
I'm thinking you got too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
Maybe you should work on your act.
Hey, don't worry.
Yeah.
Be hacky. But I knew we were going to talk about this. So
no,
I was
I'm only joking, but it's funny.
I'm diving deep into people's weights measurements.
Yeah, dude.
Dana White was funny. He tweeted something like, finally, the Oscars got interesting.
Yeah.
I
found the three hosts very funny, too. They made me laugh out loud.
I didn't watch it, so
no, they made me laugh out. It's not an easy gig, and they made me laugh out loud.
I got a question for you I'm nervous about the violence with comedy clubs, like what you just said.
Right.
Have you been to that new club in Burbank? Well, you played it before, the one in Burbank. It's called Slappers.
Goink.
Don't worry.
Be hacky.
And the one on Sunset, the two on Sunset, there's the Comedy Soar.
Ooh.
And the Smack Factory.
Ooh.
And Slappers. I just made these up on the way here. I don't know. You want those? You can have them.
Oof.
No? What town were you in tonight? You were in where?
I was in Santa Clarita at a place called Pocock's.
So maybe it would be called Santa Yerbita.
There you go. Look at you. You're always working. Two levels. You're on 2 levels.
I know. I'm podcasting. I'm punning. Valencia would be called Dementia.
There you go.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I do know that I liked his for a guy that just slapped someone in the face on live TV. I liked his speech. He got me in the gut. Got me in the gut.
Did he? I didn't. I didn't like it though. I did. I didn't like how everyone gave him a standing ovation, let him stay, didn't haul him off. If that would have been a seat filler, he would have been hauled off. If it would have been,
well, he's famous.
Me or you?
Everyone keeps saying that. Guess what?
Yeah.
It's called human nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
Guess who gets treated better as a comedian? Sebastian Maniscalco or me?
Right.
Yeah. Guess who?
Sebastian.
Why?
He's a more famous guy and he's a draw.
He sells $80 million worth of tickets a night.
Yeah. He could literally walk up and just slap someone and get to stay there. And then you'd get in trouble.
He could slap me and my ticket sales will go up.
Hey, that guy
Chipotle.
The guy that got the DUI and drove the van into the Atlantic.
Right.
He must have been pretty high up on the chain compared to it wasn't his first day.
Well, it was his 20th year.
See?
You do 20 and you get out. Right. And it's just more respect.
Gotcha.
You look out for the guy. You know what I mean?
Pulling shenanigans once you've been doing comedy for 30 years?
30.
So now you can start pulling some crap.
Well, dude, I'm on set 6,400 was tonight. That's a milestone.
Yeah.
And like, I'm really finding the funny voice of just coming in and basically telling them all that the next half hour I have to be here.
Yeah.
And you're all in the way of me going home and smoking pot and listening to heavy metal.
Oh, that's kind of
You're in the way.
Yeah, that's a funny attitude. That's a good attitude.
And then I do
Yeah.
a countdown. I say there's 4 minutes left of this.
Yeah.
And then I say I'm quitting the business, and people chase me to the car. This is legit.
Yeah.
And say, bro, you can't quit, bro. You're too funny, bro. You can't quit. You back it up.
Back it up. I like that.
You back it up.
It ain't bragging mother. Like Kid
No,
Rock.
but they don't know that it's shtick.
The Kid Rock says, it ain't bragging mother. If you back it up, I'm cocky. I like that.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live. What?
Yeah, that's good. That's
I
that,
love that song.
that Kid Rock and
That's
Monster
the
Truck.
greatest song ever written.
Yeah. I also like his other one, We the People. We the People.
Yeah, I didn't like that one at all.
How about My Name is Kid Rock? My name is, you like the
body
the
da body bang da bang boogie set up
I
jump
like
the
the,
boogie.
I like the
body da bot.
I like the other one that we did. Remember we did that gig up in the mountains, and you said something that it was very believable. You go, the end of my tour, I'm going to be, and you usually pick a local place around there. The next stop is, what do you say on that one?
Well, the next stop, if you're at whatever the gig is, you point or you reference the bad hotel, the bad store, and like in other words, you're going down and down. But the night you and I did it in Fraser Park, we were upstairs, and out the window was a gas station.
Yeah.
And I said, my career is going so well that tonight I'm at whatever the place was, Sullivan's.
Yeah.
And you and I had a free hamburger before. We were on like a bad date. We ran out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And during the set, I happened to be near a window. What are you doing? Playing slot machines?
No, I'm just making sure we're good.
Still with the cough?
Yeah. It's more of a dry cough. You look out the gas station.
I looked down out the window and said, if you guys like my act, next Saturday night I'll be at Pump 7. So that was, it's just a funny. And the thing about being a comedian is we get to do these jokes over and over and over and over and switch them up and hone them. It's almost like a pitcher that has his 3 or 4 best pitches. And, again, the shtick coming in at an angle that, you know what, I'm better than you, I'm better than this place, and I can back it up with, the host says, this guy was in about 15 movies, 6 Oscar winners, and a few of the audience members had watched on an airplane. They were on an airplane just in the last day or two, and looked over and saw me on someone's computer screen.
Wow.
In miscongeniality.
That's cool.
So I'm just saying, I back it up.
Back it up.
Yeah.
It's cool when you're when a comic gets to the level where they're so relaxed. Like that Will Smith situation happened about 30 minutes before I hit the stage, somewhere in there. And then the host was like, did you see this? Oh my God. I go, I was on the freeway. What happened? And she showed me. And apparently she'd already announced it to the audience. So the whole audience knew it. And the comic right before me, he mentioned it. He was like, his name is Buddy Lewis. I don't know if you're a big black guy. He was like, damn, it made the Oscars turn into the Source Awards. And it was funny, and he was talking. He's like, "What the hell was?" Whatever, blah blah blah. So when I went up, I did my little thing. How we do the, and I go, "Some of you are looking at me like you're Will Smith, and you want to slap the, whatever."
Yeah.
And it was funny though, because I was like, I go like this guy. He literally went from clapping to like warming up his hand, like I'm about to bitch slap you. You about to get bitch slapped.
Yeah.
And when I did it the second time, the crowd got quiet. It's Long Beach. I go, "You about to get bitch slapped?" They laughed. And I go, "You about to get bitch slapped?" And they got quiet. And I go, damn, Long Beach got quiet. Did that bring back bad memories from your childhood or something? And then they laughed at that. And then instantly I just thought of this. I just got this image in my head of like a big, mean dock worker coming home. And I go, Daddy's home. And I got down on my knees and I was like, Daddy's home. And then that led me into another joke about how my son, his voice is changing. And so when I come home and I go, Daddy's home, an even deeper voice from the back of the house goes, nobody cares.
Oh, there you go.
And I go, and that's just my wife.
Hey-oh, don't worry. Be hacky. What's next? You're going to show me the set?
Yeah. Dude, I got to drive people over to the YouTube channel. If you guys want to see it, go to my YouTube channel, Darren Carter. But don't say the word podcast. I read that people don't want to, they run away from the word
I never heard that.
I just read it in some podcast, like,
podcast log.
Yeah, some podcast log. That sounds like the last thing you'd want to be reading, right?
Well, you never know. Like people always say to me, can you really teach comedy? And I said, there's tactics you could teach. You could teach someone to be funnier.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball was not funny at all. Lucille Ball learned how to be funny. You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
She was not funny at all. She went to 5 or 6 pros like Bob Hope and this one and that one and said, teach me to be funny. And guess what? They did.
Wow. She's funny.
She is?
She's funny, man. She's funny. When do you ever look at these cops around here and like you think, oh, I wonder if I could like maybe do that thing. What's like the lowest level of cop you could do, or do you have to just be all in?
No. I mean, I when I was not making as much money as a woodworker and a stand-up about 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I sent a letter, maybe whoever the police commissioner was at the time, and said, if you need someone to start up a homeless outreach unit or be like a quasi-civilian for the LAPD, I have the skills. So, I mean, I would like to do something that didn't have that much to do with a uniform or real police work.
Yeah.
I actually had a dream the other night, and I don't think I even thought of it or wrote it down. I got a call and said, hey, take the 24 years you did in show business, come back to the NYPD. We'll give you a very big rank with a really nice uniform, 180, 190 grand a year, and do 5 years, and we'll give you a pension. Wow. And I was so excited. I was like, a weekly paycheck, a gun, a uniform.
A gun.
You know what I'm saying? With my tan and my wings, I would look like a handsome... You know what I mean? And I wouldn't be on patrol. I'd be at a desk job, and that was a true. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to run back to New York, do that for 5 years, get the pension, and come right back to North Hollywood.
And then what happened?
And then I woke up,
and then
my underwears was sticky because I was thinking of you and Dr. Dean.
Oh gosh!
Hold on, ready for this?
Yeah.
Do you always have to kill everything with a moisture joke? I mean, I know you're entertaining yourself, but you're lowering your standards.
I got a question for you, Barry. No, I got a question for you, John. Seriously. I know you make tables. This looks like did you make this table?
I did.
This looks like a table that you could teach someone to make. Like
I could teach you to make this.
This doesn't look, no offense, but this doesn't.
No, it's all butt joints.
This doesn't look that.
No, I could make these. I could make 5 of these a day.
Wow.
Listening to heavy metal and, and.
I mean, it definitely looks a little bit difficult.
It's primitive.
Yeah, but it's not like first. If you gave me a bunch of wood and what was this? What made this table? Wood,
these top planks are 80 years old.
Wow.
They were from San Luis Obispo in a train station.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice, right?
Is it what took you got wood? What do you need to make this? Wood, nail, hammers, glue?
No.
Oh,
wood.
Yeah.
Screws.
Oh.
Glue.
Okay.
And wood fill. I don't nail anything. This is not 1915.
Oh, they don't. Oh, wow.
Not a one. I haven't used a nail in 60 years on Earth.
Wow.
These are all sheetrock screws.
Wow.
And the reason I don't use a nail gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's way quicker.
Yeah.
It pulls it pushes it together. Yeah. A nail gun. It doesn't pull it down.
Are the screws hidden?
Right here. There's a screw.
That's a screw?
Yeah, a wood fill. Here's one.
Whoa. And so
the last time you got screwed was probably a real long time ago.
So what is this? This wood filler? It's like a putty type of thing?
It's like a putty that you sand it back off.
Wow, because it totally makes it almost invisible. Like if you wanted the cover, if a person wanted the cover. Now I'm going to start seeing it everywhere. Do you do that? Do you go to somewhere and you're like, I see wood filler everywhere.
Well, you know what? Here's a funny little trick.
Yeah.
The old days, this hole would be filled with a wooden dowel. It would be cut and sanded, so you would see a different grain.
Wow.
But this looks like that. A lot of people say to me, wow, you take the time to put the wooden dowel in? And you know what I say? Yes.
Yes.
I lie.
Oh, gosh.
I'm a hack.
Don't worry.
Be hacky.
Wow. Interesting. What's the weirdest thing you've ever made? Have you ever made, let me ask you this, before we get into that, have you ever made or been asked to make, like when I watched that Little House on the Prairie episode, like a casket or a coffin?
I've never been asked to do. I might have been asked to do a casket as for a movie set, and it came and went real quick. Like it didn't materialize. S&M furniture.
Really?
Yeah, S&M furniture. And out here in LA, I've done about 5 or 6 pieces with a hidden compartment for either drugs, money, or gun. Secret doors, legs that come off that are drilled out that would be filled with cocaine and heroin.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've done a couple of weird things. And also, when you do reclaimed wood, you find rat feces.
Ew.
You find all kinds of weird...
You ever found anything good in there? Like, whoa. Like,
when you rip down old barns, you find cool stuff.
yeah. Money and stuff?
Not money,
Maybe,
but like cool old like cans. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a can of tobacco that was put in the wall by a construction guy in 1915.
Wow. And
It's
looks
like
nice.
a real tin, but it's hidden in the wall.
Wow.
You know, he put it there on purpose for you 100 years later.
That's cool.
But you know what? One of the weirdest things ever was honeycombs. So there was bees that living behind wherever the wood was.
Yeah.
And you have like a 3-inch thick honeycomb, and you're afraid of what might come out of it.
Yeah. You know, we were talking once about your fear of ladders. Like, you're not a ladder guy.
Not at all. No.
'Cause
I
sometimes
can't.
you'll deliver a table and someone's like, oh, can you mind going up there? And
Not at all. No, I'm just too old, and I've heard too many. Art Matrano. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Art Matrano,
Yeah.
famous
Actor.
comedian,
Yeah.
was on the rise with all the police academy, and he stepped only 6 feet up on a ladder to get leaves off.
Yeah.
And when he was brushing the leaves, he went down.
Oh,
No, I can't do any of that.
major hospitals.
I'm not watching this. I'm not even allowed to cut my own toenails. Did you know that?
No.
I have to go to a doctor to cut my toenails.
Diabetes.
Yeah, fill in your own joke.
Wood filler.
Yeah.
Toenail filler. But yeah, they, because I saw some video where there was a guy, he'd taken a table like this and put the ladder on top of the table.
No.
And then of course things got wobbly, and I was like, dude.
Well, people have reported back that they've gotten under my tables during a earthquake.
Wow.
And one of my tables was in a porno movie.
Gosh.
The new Devil and Miss Jones 2006. The opening scene is they eat breakfast at my table. And I've been making
hilarious.
these so long that I pick them out of the garbage. On bulk pickup day, maybe once every 3 years, I'll go, wait, I made that. I'll put it in my truck.
Yeah.
I'll paint it. I'll polyurethane it and resell it. And that happens about once every 3
To
years.
the same person. Oh.
Oh, real quick. I know a guy. He said, hey, I see you make tables. Can you come to my home in Culver City? I need a custom table. I go, I know I never met him. I open the front door. I go, I made that dinner table. I made that end table. I made that headboard. I said, where did you get this stuff? I made it. He said, somebody got starved out of L.A., actor, comedian, starved out. And I bought the stuff on Craigslist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they get around. They're around.
That's really cool. And, I always try to give you a little, because I know you like to reclaim wood. Sometimes I'll be going for a walk or something, and I'm like, hey, what do you think of this?
There's the mirror. I schnored up that mirror because of you.
Oh, wow.
Look
That's
at that.
good.
That's a real
good-
moment on the Pocket Party podcast.
Wow, that's a good looking mirror. That's the one, huh?
That's the one.
How much do you think you could sell that for? Any idea?
100.
Yeah, it's good. It was pretty heavy,
Hunch.
too. It's a heavy one, yeah.
Would you call it a hunch or a sheboygan?
Sheboygan, I'd say a hunch. I'd say,
You're right. Do you know why?
why? 100?
No, because sheboygan is stupid.
It's not even a real phrase.
No, the joke is that no matter which one you pick,
Oh,
the other one is stupid.
that's funny.
They're both stupid.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a Benjamin. I'm all about the Benjamins.
No, it's a
Hey, let me ask you
sheboygan
a
or a
real
hunch.
question. So the last time the three of us were on, it was me, you, Dr. Dean. You guys are New Yorkers. Dr. Dean told this great story about bumping into John Gotti, and John Gotti said, "My bad."
Right.
That was the part that didn't. I don't know. Do people really say "my bad"?
I don't see why he would make it up.
Well, not
sure,
make it up.
my bad.
Maybe I just don't know the whole "my bad" thing. I think that came around and
It came around after, maybe.
yeah, like it's more of a hip hop thing. Like it. I don't know. I don't know when.
Don't
this
go
happened.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, remember that? The don't go there. Remember the talk to the hand.
Yeah.
Oh man. So did you graduate high school in 82?
82. The
82.
night of I brought it up in tonight's set. The night of my high school prom in June of 82, instead of going to my prom with Doreen Zampaglione, the love of my life, I went to go see Twisted Sister at the North Stage Dinner Theater with Alan Neishlosh, Howard Lerner, Jimmy DiResta, and Joey DiResta, who was home from the Marine Corps.
Wow.
And it's on YouTube. So it's on under North Stage, June of 82, Twisted Sister.
Did you ever find it?
Oh, yeah, I watch it all the time.
Did you ever see yourself? I remember you were trying to find
Well, I try and find myself, but it's 500 young punks from Long Island with a mullet.
And you guys all look alike.
With their fist raised in the air.
Wow.
And every one of us looks exactly alike.
Wow.
But you know how some comedians want to get rich enough to live in New York and L.A.?
Yeah.
I just want to get rich enough to hire an analyst or an ex-FBI investigator to look at that concert and find me.
Wow.
To me, that's that important.
To be like, that's me right there.
And I don't think you know this. I lived in Huntington Beach, and by chance, I read a little local magazine and it said, do you want to be in a Twisted Sister video for We're Not Gonna Take It? And that was it was done in L.A. I can't remember which high school, but I was on my way to go there, and a friend we knew got killed in a drunk driving accident.
Wow.
I would have been rock and roll history. I would have been in with my leather and my denim. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
We ain't gonna take it.
That's what the audience sings in unison about my hacky jokes.
You're all, what's it say at the end? We're all losers and wimps and losers or something.
Drop and give me 20. You're all worthless and weak.
Worthless and weak.
Now drop and give me 20.
Oh, it's funny.
What do you want to do with your life?
Wow.
I want to mock.
I want to mock.
Yeah.
That's so cool. John DiResta, we're going to wrap up this podcast. Anything in closing? Anything you want to say? Any questions for DC, for Darren, for Darren Carter, the party starter, for the rooster, for El Gallo, O mio mayo?
Tell me one thing about your the town up where your farm is that I need to know. What's the name of the town?
Okay, Fresno is where I grew up.
Right.
And then the farm is near. It's near. If people are listening, look it up on a map sometime. Look up Visalia, Tulare, Hanford. Look up that whole Merced. Yeah, you want to look up the Merced. It's a San Joaquin. Look up San Joaquin Valley. You'll know where it is. San Joaquin Valley. Something you need to know is if you do go up there, I think it's really awesome. I always take the 99. Some people will drive up to San Francisco. They'll take the 5. I don't like the 5 because it's even though it's a major freeway, there's 2 lanes. There's usually the passing lane and then the slower lane.
Right.
But then you get stuck behind these 18-wheelers and you're just stuck and it's no good. But the 99, every now and then it opens up to 3 lanes.
Is that the Grapevine?
Yes, you go over the Grapevine. Yeah.
That's some hill to go up and over. God forbid it snows.
I know. Then they got the brakes. They got the thing right, the runaway truck lane.
No,
and those trucks can.
That's one thing you don't want.
You don't want that. So I always.
It's one thing you never want to use is a runaway truck lane.
I know.
Or a condom.
Yeah. That could be your catchphrase. Runaway.
I knew a New York City cop that was so cheap.
How cheap was he?
He reused his condoms.
Oh, God.
That's a true story. That's a schnurrer.
Wow.
That's a schnurrer. You know, I worked with Brian Dennehy, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to drop names. You know Brian Dennehy? Mm-hmm. And when I told him I was a New York City cop, he just shook his head. He said, I was a bartender in Manhattan for 20 years.
Wow.
The cheapest a-holes ever were New York City cops.
Wow.
They would drink for free for 10 hours and not leave a tip. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Cheers.
Did cops really have donuts a lot? Did you guys really do the donut thing back then?
Yeah, we did donuts and we did it wherever.
Was it a hacky joke back then? Or not yet? The whole cops? Yeah, it was actually, because I remember hearing it in songs about cops and donuts.
It's just an easy premise. Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, but it was true, though. I don't think the cops are probably eating donuts now, and they're probably switching over to, like, healthier options.
Well, look, tonight I got a free meal and I got a salad instead of a pizza.
Right. See, the old you would have been, pizza.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't worry. Have a fupa.
Have a fupa.
I had a fupa.
And then you're losing it, though. You're going to the gym. You're getting the bronze. You get the guns back.
I got my my wings.
Your wings. Have you always had those little gray?
No, I photos from only 5 or 7 years ago.
Wow.
My hair was all the same color.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my wings, and I don't know if you know, I'm 57 years old. Down here, my lower half, I got my wings.
Oh.
So now when I look at my junk naked, it looks like Grandpa Al Munster.
Hey, you and Chris Rock are the same age.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
it gives a whole new meaning to the name Paulie Walnuts.
Oh gosh, Polly Walnuts. Yeah. On that note, listen, guys, check out John DiResta. He's great. You can find him on Instagram. I love what you're doing on Instagram.
Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate
and then
that.
Have you figured out how to put the stuff on Reels?
I don't think so.
It'll get you out there even more. And get your stuff on YouTube, man. We want to follow you on YouTube. You got these crazy experiences, and you're doing stuff that no one sees. I mean, no one out there in the world, they need to see this. This crazy lifestyle you have between stand-up and woodworking and the different crazy characters that come in and out of your life.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm almost like a party starter.
You're almost. Find him on Instagram, you guys.
At John DiResta.
And we'll see you next time. And don't hurt nobody. Be careful.
Thank you.